Today, UNF buying the flats, a student gets hit by an easel, and an intoxicated student at the Cove. That's all coming up right here on Spinnaker News. Hello Ospreys, I'm Patrick Lloyd. You're watching Spinnaker News on Spinnaker Television. UNF is looking into the possibility of buying the flats at Kernan. UNF President John Delaney is a longtime friend of the owner of the flats, John Rood. Delaney spoke with the Spinnaker about how the talks he's had with Rood regarding the flats.
I'd actually told him some years ago that, you know, when you build apartment complexes like that, you do tend to flip them after 5 or 10 years, sell them to somebody else, and take your profits and then invest it in something else.
Delaney also said that he's going to be very cautious because he wants to make sure that the price is right for both parties. A UPD officer was recently dispatched to Building 45, the Fine Arts Center, to respond to an injured student. According to a UPD report, the student was working in a drawing room when a metal easel fell and struck her in the temple. The student stated that she had experienced dizziness and nausea but was otherwise coherent. After refusing medical attention because of financial issues, the student was eventually transported to Mayo Clinic by some friends. Last Thursday night, an RA contacted UPD after observing an intoxicated student on the second floor of Building U. The UPD report stated that the officer witnessed the student vomiting in the bathroom of her dorm upon arrival. The student said she had been drinking with 2 friends in the dorm next to hers. Fire and rescue administered first aid on the scene. The student was then transported to Mayo Clinic, and her emergency contact was notified. Now it's time to catch up with the weather. Here's Vanessa Pearson.
Pearson here with your Spinnaker weather report. Today we'll be looking even hotter than yesterday. For those of you who miss living in the Sunshine State, we'll earn our name back today with a high of 85 degrees. The skies will be looking cloudy for the morning due to our 50% chance of precipitation today, but should gradually turn mostly sunny for the rest of the day. Thankfully, there will be a southwest wind of 11 to 16 miles per hour, making the heat more tolerable. So ladies, you may want to be cautious of your skirts today. Tonight will be rather chilly, however, with the low reaching 45 degrees. And it will be even windier, with the breezes reaching 16 to 22 miles per hour after midnight. Well, that's all I have for you, Ospreys, but before we take it back to the desk, let's take a look at our 3-day forecast.
Thanks, Vanessa. Now here's a familiar face filling in for Sam Hauser for sports.
Here we go!
Hello, Ospreys. I'm Josh Brannick, and it feels good to be back at the sports screen for a day. I'm filling in for my man Sam, the Sports House Hauser. All right, guys, we're going to kick it off on the diamond, where both the UNF baseball and softball teams were in action. The UNF softball team hosted Bowling Green yesterday in a doubleheader. The 2 teams split the 2-game slate as the Ospreys snagged game 1 4-0, and the Falcons won the second Battle of the Birds 2-1. Now, the UNF baseball team didn't fare well as they traveled north to take on Georgia Southern yesterday. The Ospreys' feathers were plucked, and they were sent home empty-handed as they lost to GSU 13-1. Ooh. The Ospreys will look to become birds of prey instead of the prey later on today as they host Bethune-Cookman in a midweek game tonight at 6 p.m. Well, that's it for sports. It was great to be back. Now back to the desk with my man, Patrick Double L Lloyd.
Thank you, Josh, for that sports update. That's all we have for you today on Spinnaker News, but remember, you can keep yourself updated and informed with all of the latest UNF news stories at unfspinnaker.com. Also, be sure to like the Spinnaker on Facebook at facebook.com/UNFSpinnaker, and you can follow us on Twitter at UNFSpinnaker. For Vanessa Pearson and Josh Brannick, I'm Patrick Lloyd. Have a great day, UNF.